My favorite paintings tell a story. Why is that important? I'm going to explain it now. I'm Michelle Manriquez from Drop That Brush, and I want to help people who are non-artists become artists. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Don't forget, there is a link in the description and on my Facebook, Drop That Brush, for the picture, a value study, and a sketch so you can paint with me. When you're painting, it helps if you have a story. I had a teacher that taught me that, and I thought, who cares? I'm just painting a flower, or I'm painting a mountain. So what do you mean a story? Your brush will do what the mind's thinking it should do, right? And sometimes it does things you don't expect, but really happened a lot for me for a long time. What I want you to understand is whatever that story is in your head, it will be expressed by your brushwork. So let me give you an example. So you have a picture of a tree on a cliff. He's hanging on for dear life. That's a story. I see somebody walking in a pathway in the forest. That's a story. What are they looking for? What are they doing? If there's mountains and everywhere around it is shadowed, but there's this one part of the mountain that is just vibrant and bold and beautiful, that's a story. You want to know what the story is. Once you know what the story is, then you can take anything out that is not helpful for the story. I think this is why I like people the most, is that people they have a story. And if they don't have a story, I'll make a story. I'll make it up. Because as long as it's in my head, it will come to my brushwork and people will know, maybe or maybe not. But that's my goal, is that I'm showing my view of that picture. You notice that I never actually paint the picture. That's only just to start, to give me an idea. I'm someone who likes to find the story, to make the story, and to share the story. This lady, I love the shape of her hands and her movement and how graceful her movement is. But I didn't need everything. So I had to pull everything out but the things that belong, that would add to the story. So your idea is you take as much out that you don't need and just say what you want to say. What is your story? Most of the time when I have a story in my head, I also have a name. Not always, but that helps because I know, and then I'm able to pull out things here and there. Oh, I don't need that. That does not say graceful hands. So my daughter went to an Indian cultural festival called Holi that signifies the end of winter and the beginning of spring. Okay, but that's not the cool part. Here's the cool part. They call it the Festival of Colors. Right there, I was like, what colors, huh? All right, I like colors. So it's called Festival of Colors, and it expresses life, energy, and joy. And they do that by throwing powdered rice up in the air and at people. So everybody's all messed up and different beautiful colors and vibrant, and it sounds like it's fun. Pre-COVID, when we had a life. So she took a couple pictures, and one picture really resonated to me. It reminds me of a palette. When you're looking at your palette with your colors on it, and it's beautiful. And you're thinking, God, I wish I could paint that. is so cool. And so anyway, two of her friends had a white hoodies on. It was starting to rain, and they went and they put their head up, and you noticed that there's this very sharp mark from ones where it was covered by the hood. Let's paint with joy and energy, and we're doing color. This is gonna be fun. So my first thing is I want to have a rainy sky. And I'm gonna do the rainy sky even into here. So it has to loop here, here, and there. One of the things you can do that's really helpful is put water on it. If I can, I'd like to do this in once, but I don't know that it's gonna happen. We can do some purple. I want this to be thick. And I think I'm gonna use a little of this too, because that will granulate and make it more interesting. All right, so I have a plan. I also want a little bit of maybe warmth. And I don't want it to be pretty. I want it to be kind of dull, so I'm gonna just do that. You can see I just immediately dulled it down. Like, there could be a little thing. Now, I want it to look like I have a goal. Doesn't mean it'll happen, but I have a goal. My goal, I don't know if you noticed, can you see already in the time that I spent, there's no shine anymore. It's done, poof. So I'm gonna have to cut it, do it again. And maybe I'll just go ahead and throw some warmth around, because that's basically all I'm wanting to do is just have some warmth somewhere. I want it to look like it's gonna rain. That's my goal. Okay, so it's good you know the goal. So I'm gonna tip this up even more than I normally do. I am not using miskit. It's just too easy to do it this way. This. I'm not liking it's a little, I think it will move if I move it around a little bit. I'll be happy, but right now I've got to, okay, I don't like that color. That happens, no big. All right, now I did all that yellow, so there has to be something yellow. So let me scoot over here and get some yellow. Now you can see this is already drawing up here. There's no shine already. Gonna do some little tapping and kind of like, you know, like there's a cloud there. It's still wet. I'm just gonna continue to work on it a little bit. And you can kind of see more of the stormy sky feeling that I was looking for. I like that one. Don't mind if I like that one. So let's go ahead and let me move some color movements. Let me I'm just trying to see what I can do that will make it more, oh, I like that. I want it to feel like rain. Does that feel like rain when I do that movement? I kind of think so. Ooh, I like that. I'm funny. Now, see, I don't want to play with it so much that I have to do it over and over again. That's not my goal. My goal is pretty much to get it done and say, oh, look at that. That's a sky. Happy days. Does it look like a stormy sky? That's kind of where I'm going is, can I get that feeling of a stormy sky? Moving my brush to see if I can get that rainfall. You know how it is, where it just kind of rains. Doesn't need everything. Could there just be a little bit? All right, I say let it go. So now I'm gonna hit these little areas. Just switching any color I can hit there that happens to be gray. I'm thinking, okay, that's good. I like grays. Well, I'm going to use the same kind of color it's in the sky. I think that'll help a little bit. This is the color that I've been using for the sky, and I'm going to allow this to go ahead and melt right here because I don't want it to be, I'll just use different colors. I definitely do not want everything hard, so I'm just going to soften this edge right into the pants. I'm going to put an edge here and here. And I'm actually going to put my first wash of my, and everything's pretty much wet. I'm going to just grab a blue jean color and this color will make it pretty good. And I'm going to calm it down. Let's see. There, that looks like a blue jean color to me. And I'm just gonna get a light wash at the same time. I'm just gonna go really fast. I'm not gonna be not too picky. And if it's got a little color into it, that's okay too. I think I'm gonna let it melt in because I really don't want it to be, I don't want your focus to be there. Trying to get a little more pinky. And look at how fast I'm moving. All I just want is color. If there's color, and you can see I let that in. All right, now I want to make it a little different. Let me see if I can, let's go with, just so the color is a little different. Boom! Only thing we have to do is that and do a lot of splatter and fun with the thing. How cool is that? That didn't take long. Oh, funny. I forgot the green grass. Ah! Okay, hang on. Hey, why don't, since I'm floating here anyway still, let me put a little green grass there. Oops. Okay, green grass. And why don't I do a little splashing? What I want to do is I want to say grass without doing a lot of work. I'm so lazy. And I'm going to let that bleed right in. I'm not even going to worry about it. I want it to splatter. And if not, I'll have to try again. That happens sometimes. It just won't do it. When I want to do it, it won't do it. Ooh, I think I got a little bit there. All right, I'm leaving it alone because what's gonna happen? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble. Let me assure you I will get in trouble. I'm gonna go ahead and soften this. I hate how hard that is. It's right in the edge and it doesn't need to be that hard, particularly on the edges. The edges need to be soft. You know, we don't want you to focus on the edges. I am not a landscape painter, and I'm not sure that that came out very great. But you know, it's the feeling, and I'm not sure if I did it or not. You're gonna have to let me know if I'm saying, nope, that so did not work. This is not white. By the way, white is never really white. It has many different colors, normally gray. I don't need a massive amount of gray. I just need some little color into it. And if some of this moves into here, that doesn't matter either, to be frank. All right, so there's a big shape, and this is probably the darkest shape. Now, because it's wet, I want it to kind of not move too much. I would like it to be a little, so right here. Okay, boy, did that move? Yes, it moved too much. I'm gonna squeeze it a little bit more because I really don't want it to move. I'm just trying to get some color. So there's here. And it's just an in and out shape. And I'm not trying to make it perfect. I'm just, so I have an idea of what the shapes were supposed to look like. So I'm just basically just getting shapes. Now I want you to look. That's already dry, little booger. There's a big shape here. Can you see the shape? I'm just working a shape. All this pencil work pretty much is just going, oh, I know what I want to do. I want to do a little line work here. A little blue, and I'm using the same colors that I have in the sky. And then this is Moonglow, if I can find the right color. That was not it. Okay, there we go. Because I don't like miskit that much, it's easier if I just put a little color in first. And it will, some of this miskit will get lighter. I'll get rid of all the line work. So I'm looking, where is my dark? Okay, this is a white, this is a dark. Okay, start there. Oh, didn't squeeze, didn't squeeze. okay? And what do I need to do? I need to squeeze it again because it's moving and I don't want it to move. The thicker it is, I don't want it too thick, but the thicker it is, the less, there we go. I don't want it to move. I want that to go right into the sky. I'm just gonna soften it right into the sky. Shape, here's a shape. This is a big shape, so that kind of helps. So I just go around that. The one thing I forgot to mention in my miskit video, there was something I was forgetting. The reason why I use this versus the bar of soap, because everybody tells you use a bar of soap and put that on. Hang on. Don't shake. Roll. Did you see that? Oh my God. Now I've got all these bubbles. Doggone it. Let's roll it. See if I'm gonna have to wait down to do it. Oh, funny. Nope. Nope. You see the bubbles? Yep. I can't use it for until the bubbles kind of settles. That'll teach me. Alrighty then. Let's go on the pants. I'm waiting. Okay. I do not want your focus to be here. So I'm gonna try to make them not that important, not beautiful, just, you know, pants. The problem is there is a lot of information in these. You know, there's these, the line work, it's just a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't want it to be that important. Not gonna be dark enough, absolutely not. See, so I immediately adjust again if what I'm doing ain't cutting it. Missed that. I wanted to not do that, but I did it anyway. Oops. And poof, it's gone. See, that's so much easier than miskit. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Looking at the values, trying to see where I have to darken down things to make them look good. Putting it down. There's these little lines, and I'm trying to do it in such a way that it's not very obvious, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna soften it and just kind of, I'm just putting lines in and out, kind of softening it. And I'm hopeful that with a little bit of darks on either side, I'm really hopeful. Say it without having to do a lot of work. See, you could spend a lot of time just doing the pockets and all this stuff. And you know, you need to focus on what do you think is really important? still trying to be very just gentle, throwing it in, not getting too excited if it's not perfect. This isn't where I want my focus. So the less focus, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw that right here into the thing. And see right there, it's a little too stark. So I'm just gonna wiggle it a little bit, try to pull some out. Oh, and look, I have a lovely blossom. Don't hurt anything, I'm just gonna let it go. I'll come back later on if it bugs me and I'll fix it. I probably will because that's an area that has to be dark eventually. I think I'm gonna go ahead and soften it right in the grass. All right, we're gonna leave this alone because here's what people will do. People will come right back here and try to fix it. And the reality is, it is it'll just make a mess. Okay, most of the bubbles are gone. I love it. You see this little line? I don't like this line. I got kind of, but again, does it matter? That's what you gotta keep telling yourself. Does it matter? One other little thing, I want to put her hand there real quick. Now, can you guys see here to here, the value is actually the same. And I don't know if I'm gonna care or not. Because do I want that? You don't wanna look at that. I mean, I want you to recognize, oh yeah, there was, grass. But I don't really want it to be too important. So I have to think about what I wanna do with that. All right, I am going to use my nice brush because I can get good lines. And I don't want to play, I want to be in and out. So I'm going to really soak it. See, and again, this is why I think it's better than the soap, because when I have the soap, it doesn't soak everything. And this, there's no doubt, they got everything done. And I used a lot of soap. This will soften a lot of edges too, which is too funny. So those hard edges, some of it will fix some of that without even having to do anything. Okay, I can feel it kind of getting gooky again already. It doesn't take long. Done. I'm kind of making it move. Okay, all right, that I'm cleaning and scrubbing and cleaning and scrubbing, and I'm gonna pray I don't lose my brush today. I'm hoping that'll soften the edges immediately and it should be really good. Okay, now right there, I kind of messed up. I got too excited. I can clean that up, but if I clean it up, I'll have messes. So I am going to leave it alone. You know, a lot of times we get more trouble just because we wanted to fix something. If we just leave it alone, we'll decide if I need to really fix it or not. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I'm out of here, man. Clean, clean, clean. I am at the point of doing the fun stuff, which basically is doing a lot of splattering and making colors and making it pretty. So I want vibrant color, but I want straight out of the barrel, bright, beautiful. Different shapes, different sizes, some a little bit bigger, some smaller. And then I have some green. And all I'm gonna do is just blend it in. This is just for fun. This is not, has to be perfect. This is just for fun. All right, now that's just too fun. You know, you can't really mess this up. I'm gonna soften that edge right into the sky, which works for me. All right, I don't like that white. I need that to be darker because this is gonna be my white, right? So I'm gonna put a dark here. Gonna do here is to put a little blue around it to so you can see the hand, you don't lose it. And I'm kind of looking, where do I need a little pop of color? So like right here, I have this, just a blank spot. So I'm just gonna put a little color right here, another. So now I'm gonna put a color just to break that space up. Now I'm going to define the shirts. This is the same value as this, so I need to bring that down. That's probably bright down. I need to define the different shirts so you can at least see basically what's going on. I'm hopeful I can still see it because you know what? It's a little hard to see now that I did all that. Check that out. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. You know, I'm not liking that color. I'm gonna go find cobalt blue. I am switching over to cobalt blue because I just think it looks prettier. I can always come back and put a little more, but I want to be able to see it. Right now I couldn't see it. It's like kind of hiding amongst all that color I put in. And you know I'm doing in and out, in and out. One side I'm softening, the other side I'm letting it kind of be hard. A big shadow. Again, and I'm not trying to do perfect, I'm just trying to give it some information. Right now, the values are exactly the same, so that has to be very much darker, or I have to lighten it up. So let's go back to the grays. Well, I pulled it off and I am kind of cleaning up a little bit. Sorry, you guys didn't see that because I turned on the video. Sorry about that. So right now I'm just kind of cleaning up. See, I wanted a really hard line and I mostly got what I wanted, but not always. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of coming back through and pretending like it's a hard line. There's a shadow underneath that shirt. Now I could do a lot more information on those blue jeans, but the thing is I don't really want you to focus there. Okay, I'm still having a hard time getting enough of light to make that. So either I have to make that darker or that lighter. I'm gonna go with lighter over there. So hang on, let me fix it. I'm gonna tell you a story. And you, if you don't understand it, then you can think about, oh, I wonder what it is. What are they doing here? They're obviously friends. I get that. So my two grays. This is my darker gray, and it's kind of my warmer gray. This is more my lighter gray edge of blue. Okay, all I'm doing is getting a mess. Okay, so what do? Well, obviously you stop. When you're having issues, I'm going to quickly just kind of wipe it up, and I'm gonna stop working on that area because obviously that's a problem. And I'm going to come back here. All right, stopping now. Drop that brush. So what do you think? That's kind of fun, huh? I love people. I love stories. This is a way that you communicate with people. This was so fun. You know, it doesn't matter if it's perfect or not because it's like your palette. Anything you did was good. I'm looking for a name. I know what I want to say, but it's too long. Festival of Colors. And then it started to rain. But that's way long. I want people to know what it is. If you don't know what it is, you're wondering why these people are having lots of colors in their clothing. And so I'm just trying to figure out a way to say it without, you know. Anyway. Let me know if you have ideas. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget, there is a link in the description for my value study, my photograph, and my sketch. And you can paint along with me. And I would love to see your work on Drop That Brush in Facebook. drop your paintings off. If you've got some, forget it. You guys having fun? I'm really having a good time. You know, this has been a blast. I really want people to feel the joy I have when I'm painting. I look at the color and I mess up. Oh, at least 1 out of 2 times. It's bad. You guys just don't see it too often. Or if I mess up, you don't recognize it as messed up. I've hidden it or things, you know? But you know what? It doesn't matter. Everybody's in their little place in the plateau. I've got people who don't know how to even hold a brush. We have people that are much better than me. I'm like in the middle, you know, and that's okay. I just want people to enjoy painting and just have a good time, because most of us aren't going to be professionals. Most of us are not going to be, you know, making their living on this. If you are, you probably don't belong with me anyway, because, you know, I'm not that great. But I really want people to have a good time. So you know what? When you don't know what you're doing and you're playing with the brush and you're thinking, what was I was doing? Here, I'm going to get more paint. No, drop it. Drop that brush. You won't get in less trouble, I promise. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell, and you have a wonderful day. Bye.